Scientists warn that the atmosphere has not been like this in 14 million years. Issam Ahmed, AFP, reports. The last time carbon dioxide in the atmosphere consistently matched today's human-driven levels was 14 million years ago, according to a large new study Thursday that paints a grim picture of where Earth's climate is heading. Published in the journal Science, the paper covers the period from 66 million years ago, that's when we had the dinosaur extinction with the asteroid strike, analyzing biological and geochemical signatures from deep past to reconstruct the historic CO2 record that greater precision than ever before. It really brings it home to us that what we're doing is very, very unusual in Earth's history. Lead author Barbel Honish of Columbia Climate School's Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory told AFP. Among other things, the new analysis finds the last time the air contained 420 parts per million ppm of carbon dioxide was between 14 and 16 million years ago, when there was no ice in Greenland and the ancestors of humans were just transitioning from forests to grasslands. That is far further back in time than 3 to 5 million years ago that prior analyses have indicated. Until the late 1700s, atmospheric carbon dioxide was about 280 part per million, meaning humans have already caused an increase of about 50% of the greenhouse gas, which traps heat in the atmosphere and has warmed the planet by 1.2 degrees Celsius compared to before industrialization. What's important is that Homo, our species, has only evolved 3 million years ago, said Honish, and so our civilization is tuned to sea level as it is today, to having warm tropics and cool poles and temperate regions that have a lot of rainfall. If global CO2 emissions continue to rise, we could be reaching 600 to 800 parts per million by the year 2100. Those levels were last seen during the Eocene 30 to 40 million years ago, before Antarctica was covered in ice, and when the world's flora and fauna looked vastly different. For example, huge insects still roamed the earth. Ancient plants. The new study is a product of 7 years of work by a consortium of 80 researchers across 16 countries and is now considered the updated consensus of the scientific community. The team did not collect new data, rather they synthesized, reevaluated, and validated published work based on updated science and categorized them according to confidence level, then combined the highest rating into a new timeline. Many people are familiar with the concept of drilling into ice sheets or glaciers to extract ice cores whose air bubbles reveal past atmospheric composition, but these only go back so far, generally hundreds of thousands of years, not millions of years. To look further into the past, paleoclimatologists use proxies by studying the chemical composition of ancient leaves, minerals, and plankton. They can indirectly derive atmospheric carbon at a given point in time. The researchers confirmed that the hottest period over the past 66 million years happened 50 million years ago, when CO2 spiked to as much as 1,600 parts per million and temperatures were 12 degrees Celsius hotter before a long decline set in. By 2.5 million years ago, carbon dioxide was 270 to 280 parts per million, ushering in a series of ice ages. That remained the level when modern humans arrived 400,000 years ago and persisted until our species began burning fossil fuels at large scales. The team estimates that a doubling of CO2 is predicted to warm the planet by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, but over a long period, hundreds of thousands of years, when increasing temperatures have rippling effects through Earth's systems. For example, melting the polar ice caps would reduce the planet's ability to reflect solar radiation and become a reinforcing feedback loop. But the new work remains directly relevant to policymakers, stressed Honish. The carbon record reveals that 56 million years ago, Earth underwent a similar rapid release of carbon dioxide, which caused massive changes to ecosystems and took some 150,000 years to dissipate. We're in this for a very long time, unless we sequester carbon dioxide, take it out of the atmosphere, and we stop our emissions sometime soon, she said. This is by Agency France Presse on Science Alert. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.